Good morning, CSL family. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
She's back. And she's back. Just like old times. All right, we're going to start our service with Spirit is in this place, so let's all stand up and make a joyful noise. Here we go.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, I love the sound of that. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Fort Lauderdale. My name is Todd Maznicki, and we're so happy that you're joining us, whether in person in the sanctuary or online. Know that your choice to be here is serving your best and highest good. You'll be moved by the music. In fact, as you can see, for a limited time, one of our songbirds has returned to the nest. Envy, let's show her a round of applause. And if that wasn't enough, all the way from Southern California, the hilarious and heavenly Reverend Heidi Alfrey. If you're a first-time guest, there's more. We have a gift for you in the lobby after the service at guest services. We have these mala beads for you because we're so grateful that you chose to spend your Sunday morning here with us. At CSL, we have an intention statement that says who we are and how we want to be present in the world. So I invite you to all please join me in standing, and we will say it all together. Afterwards, please greet your neighbor with a hello, a handshake, or a namaste. So CSL Fort Lauderdale, who are we? We are a loving and diverse spiritual community dedicated to personal growth, healing, and service. Thank you.
I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today. I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today. I just wanna feel today, feel today, feel today. I just wanna feel something today. I just wanna feel today, feel today, feel today. I just wanna feel something today. Open me up and you will see. I'm a gallery of broken hearts. I'm beyond repair, let me be. And give me back my broken hearts. Come on. I just wanna know today, know today, know today. I just wanna know something today. I just wanna know today, know today, know today. Know that maybe I will be okay. Open me up and you will see. I'm a gallery of broken parts. I'm beyond repair, let me be. And give me back my broken parts. Just give me back my pieces. Just give them back to me. Just give me back my pieces and let me hold my broken parts. I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today. I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today. I just wanna feel today, feel today, feel today. I just wanna feel something today. I just wanna know today, know today, know today. Know that maybe I will be okay. Know that maybe I will be okay. Know that maybe I will be okay.
Good morning, CSL. So a long time ago, we decided that we had 7 core values, and we want to remind you of what those core values are each week and highlight one of them so that you could keep it in the mind and heart of your business this week. The core values are love and healing and oneness and abundance and spiritual growth and service and diversity. And the core value that we're highlighting today is abundance. Yay, abundance. So the founder of our teaching, Dr. Ernest Holmes, who went on a speaking circuit about 100 years ago with this new idea called the science of mind, he wrote in the textbook, the thing you're looking for is the thing you're looking with. And that little message changed my whole thought about how to prosper in my life. Because the one thing that is true for all of us is we keep searching out there for love and for joy and for happiness and the right job, the right career, the right person. We think that life is out there and we have to go get it. But the truth is, life is in here. Love is in here. Joy is in here. Genius is inside of God's creation, as it has created each one of you. So the search for abundance is not a search out there. It is an enlightenment that occurs in here. You have everything you need to succeed in this world. You have all the love you're ever going to need right here inside your heart. Abundance is our core value.
CSL family. And hi, Maylene. Maylene is watching us online. Yes.
I want to dedicate this to Maylene and all of our prayers to her.
Please give a thunderous round of applause for our guest vocalist today, Miss Envy.
We love you, May. I know you'll be back soon.
Turbulence surrounding you, these trying times are so hard to endure. In the middle of what seems to be your darkest hour, hold fast your heart and be assured this too shall pass. Like every night that's come before it, he'll never give you more than you can bear. This too shall pass. So in the thought be comforted, it's in his hands. This too shall pass. Oh, Father knows tears you cry before they fall. He feels your pain, his heart and yours are one. The Father knows that sorrow's heavy chains are strong, but with his strength you'll overcome. This too shall pass. Like every night that's come before it, he'll never give you more than you can bear. This too shall pass. So in this thought be comforted, oh, it's in his hand. This too shall pass. So we'll say arise, set your eyes on the mountain, and lift your heads up to the sky, and let his arms of love surround you and take you to the other side. It's too shall pass. Like every night that's come before it, he'll never give you more than you can bear. Oh, this too shall pass. So in this thought be comforted. It's in his hand. This too shall pass. This too shall
Welcome home, Envy. Welcome home. Yeah. Okay. Tough act to follow. But I have faith in my friend. The good and right Reverend Heidi Alfrey. What can I say about her? I was trying to figure out how long I've known this woman. I don't know. It could be 10, could be 20 years. I don't know. We started in ministry when we were 13, so we came up together. And she is the yin to my yang. She is the balance between my head to her heart. She is the joy that was brought to CSL when she came here and was the associate minister. I am very, very happy to welcome back home Reverend Heidi Alfrey.
Hey, honey. Woo. Love you. Woo. Damn, I should have recorded that. That was great. Oh boy, it is so wonderful to be here. You know how I know it's wonderful? Because I feel it right here. Yeah, I've decided, yes, and I that is where we have all of our experiences right there on the inside. We spend a lot of time on the outside, at least I do. But the inside is where everything's happening. And since the day I walked into CSL many years ago, after Dr. Chris kind of begged me to come, but we'll talk about that another time. Anyway, I felt this joy that is this community. And I have felt it all the time I was here. I think about you all the time. You're so much more outrageous than over there on the West Coast. It's like everybody's got buttoned up to here. I'm like, what? But I want to thank you all for continuing to be part of this community and to support it and to show up and to find that divinity within yourself and share it with one another. If you want the world to be a better place, New Thought communities are where it's happening. So give yourselves a hand for showing up. It's really a big deal to be you and to live this life that you're living. And we can get caught up in a lot of outer things, and somehow we can miss the moments of our life. So the talk this morning is to discuss what all this holiday thing is about, but to also recognize that you are what makes this life happen. You are what makes everything go on in your life. It's not the outer, it's the inner. But before I get too much on that, this dress, only here I can say this. Instead of giving a gift, be the gift. I hate to show these recordings when I'm here. I'm like, man, just have so much tenacity when I'm speaking at CSL. It's a great place, such a great place. So we have these wonderful holidays. We have Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and sort of a blessed Kwanzaa. So I texted Dr. Chris and I said, what's the message? What's the title this Sunday of which I am speaking, about which I'm speaking? And he said, pain and sorrow. And I texted back, what, the Hanukkah? That's a cleaned up version. What the heck? What? And he said, well, Heidi, we are going through the book, The Prophet. And this is Kahil Gibran. And the idea of pain and sorrow is probably not, where we say merry and happy and blessed. But I want to tell you today, and you're going to recognize this in your life, you can't have the happy and the merry and the blessed unless there's a depth in you. And the depth in you is reached by pain and sorrow. So, yes, I understand why this is the topic today. Oh, my gosh. So we have a lot of rituals that we can get into this time of year, and I would like it if you don't, at the end of January 2nd or 3rd, go, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, I don't even remember any of it. So this is a ritual I'm going to bring to you today. I want you to look down and look at your feet. And I know some of you are like, man, those are some good-looking shoes. Is that what you're saying, Ray? So look at your feet. You can look up. And the ritual for this season, this holiday season 2023, is be where your feet are. Be where your feet are. Have you noticed that it's all about scheduling now and gifts you're going to buy or things you're going to do or what you're going to eat or what you're going to try not to eat? And sometimes we aren't being where our feet are. We aren't just experiencing. Someone was saying hello and I miss you, and I said that this is a great moment. We're standing here looking in each other's eyes. So if you're willing to be where your feet are, let's just say that together. I'm willing to be where my feet are. Let's say it together. I'm willing to be where my feet are. Oh, I like it. All these people willing to be this present. This is a time where your presence, you'll have to practice it even more profoundly. Because you'll see people maybe you haven't seen for a while, you're doing things you haven't done for a while, and it can really be about the doing rather than the being. The more I look at these rituals, there is a lot about lights. A lot about lights. Anybody have Christmas lights? On Greg Kozlowski Street, there are 4 houses that have so many Christmas lights, I think you can see them from the moon. I am not sure. But Greg and his neighbors have put together this incredible display. I come in town after it's all put up to look at it, and people come in throngs from all over the city. It's tremendous. And last night you couldn't even get in the street. And there's families and children, and everyone's looking around, and some of those kids have actually gotten onto the property and tore some of those Christmas lights apart. So now there's a gate, and pretty soon there might be a big dog. We don't know. But inside the house, there's a little bit of less than Christmas spirit sometimes. And we were kidding and we're joking, but I mean, it's funny how we do all these things, and then things don't go right. We have pain, we have sorrow, and then we don't kind of work with that. It's kind of like sometimes things can feel like it's wrecked because we have pain and sorrow. And I'll tell you, friends, that's really not the truth at all. In fact, if you notice, something came to me today. You cannot even see a light unless it's dark. It took me 65 years to get that, but if you cannot see a light unless it's dark. It has to be dark over here. None of these lights really matter until it gets dark. So there is a yin and a yang that is happening all the time. There's a little darkness in the light. There's a little lightness in the dark. And so we're practicing, especially this time of year, I think, where you feel like you're supposed to be merry or happy or blessed. And you're like, maybe I don't feel good. Maybe somebody I know doesn't feel good. Maybe there's not as much money in my life right now. Maybe I'm working too hard. Maybe I'm eating too much. I don't know, but there's a place where, how is it that I don't need to pretend to be other than I am? Because that is our greatest error as people that are really walking and talking divinity in action. So look at your feet again. Be present here. I've learned something really interesting living in California. I've really grown emotionally. No comment, Dr. Chris, but I have. And one of the things that happens is when we're being where your feet are, take a moment just to close your eyes. And as we're talking about sadness or pain or even happiness, what's happening in your body right now? Is there a tightness in your stomach? Is there an openness? Is there a tightness in your heart? Is there an openness? And we're just noticing this beautiful, wise body of ours. And just open your eyes, because the idea and the truth is that whatever's happening within you is what's happening. It's what's happening. You can have all the things that make you happy, but the happiness you're feeling inside. And the sadness you're feeling inside. But as Envy's beautiful song, this too will pass. So we're practicing living in this moment with all this diversity of emotion and letting it be fabulous. Thank you. When you were little, you did not care. If you wanted to cry, you cried. So let me read a little bit of Cahill Gibran. The first sentence is not on the screen, and then the rest will be. He says, your joy is your sorrow unmasked. Let's see. When you are joyous, look deep into your heart, and you shall find it is only that which has given you sorrow that is giving you joy. When you are sorrowful, look again in your heart, and you shall see that in truth you are weeping for that which has been your delight. Some of you say, joy is greater than sorrow, and others say, nay, sorrow is the greater. But I say unto you, they are inseparable. Inseparable. Now, we don't hear merry and miserable Christmas or happy and horrific Hanukkah or blessed and bad Kwanzaa, but that really is how this life works. And the ability to understand that this too will pass really allows us to lean into the mystery of what life is presenting us. And also a guide to this is something I want to experience and this is not. Because there's a lot of also something called obligation that goes on in this time. So as you understand more about your sorrow and your happiness, you can really make much, much better choices. So I want to tell a story. My birthday was about a week and a half ago. Gifts are still very well accepted. But this story is a story that happened in my family, and it happened on my 40th birthday. And to me, it has so much to do with sorrow and happiness and joy, let's say. So I was 13 months old when my younger sister was born. Her name's Holly. Everybody loves a holly at Christmas time, whatever. Anyway, but she was 13 months younger than I, and I liked being an only child. I was fine with it, right? But 13 months, and then there was 4 of us, and so it was a busy time. But Holly and I have been each other's teachers. You know, you've got these teachers that really are on the planet. Sometimes they're in your family, but you meet them early in your life, and they give you an opportunity often to go into that place of sorrow or wherever you want to unroot anything that tells you you are not divinity. But since there was addiction in my family, none of us really were celebrated for the genuineness that we were, the authenticness that we were. So we ended up spending a lot of time comparing and competing, and it wasn't good for either of us. Now, Holly went on to study medicine. She became an obstetrician and a gynecologist. I went on to be a drunk. Yeah, so that was my spiritual journey. That's how it started. And I learned a lot from being a drunk. I learned a lot about what I didn't want, and through communities like this and others, I am sober, and a long time now, but that began my spiritual journey. But in my head, intellectualism, all of that was what was right to do, and the spiritual path I was on was, just entertaining, but, not really where the strength was coming from. So my sister, as a gynecologist, had a hard time with her pregnancies. Isn't life odd, right? Life just wants to break this mold that you created for yourself. So she had troubles with her pregnancies. The first one was premature, and it was a lovely little boy. But her second pregnancy was very challenging. They said she did not have a sustainable uterus. No, it's a little early for this, but anyway. So the point was, so at one point, she stood up, and this baby almost fell out of her. So she was a physician working for the Indian Health Service, and she was living on the Navajo reservation. I told you, she's a wonderful person. Anyway, so she was living on the Navajo reservation. I am joking because I really do love her. I never would have met her if she wasn't my sister, but I do love her. So, no, well, story, right? So anyway, this has something to do with me pretty soon. So she was in this crisis, and they airlifted her from the Navajo reservation in Tuba City to Phoenix to be in a hospital. And they basically put her where her feet were above her head, and she was going to end up staying there for the next 6 months. Now, if you can imagine you're a professional in a field where now you're having the problems that all your patients usually have. She worked with high-risk pregnancies and all of this. So she's in a really interesting experience going from joy of being pregnant to sorrow of this is a very challenging situation. So I came through and I thought it would be a good time for a little metaphysician type of spiritual book. And I sent her this wonderful book called In the Flow of Life, written by our metaphysician, Reverend Eric Butterworth. And she started to read it, and she started to call me and say, "Oh, Heidi, this is amazing, because everyone has got the most negative news around here, and this book is all about being uplifted and just being with what is." And I'm like, yes, someone's finally getting this, right? And I mean, of course, I was all sad that she was sad, but the point is, we were having these really great conversations. And then someone suggested in Florida, as we do on a spiritual path, about a tarot reader that was really good, right? So I went over to this tarot reader here in Florida, and she's turning the cards, and she says, "Oh, your sister, you have a sister that's having a medical emergency, don't you?" And I'm like, "This is my reading." No, see, I didn't say that. I can only say this here. But yes, let me try to expand into some generosity. So she says, I have a message for her. She's going to get sewn up again, and everything's going to be fine. And you need to call her and tell her that. And I'm like, wow, right? What the Hanukkah? Yeah? I mean, oh my gosh. And so here I'm supposed to call this gynecologist, obstetrician sister of mine and say, "So, there's this tarot card reader in Florida." And she said, so I call Holly and I said, "So Holly, I don't even know anymore, but this happened to me today, and this is what the tarot card reader said. You're going to get sewn up again, and everything's going to be fine." And she said, "Oh, Heidi, I'm so glad you called. Everyone here is just so negative about this situation." And she said, "I love this news." And she said, "Will you go back and see her again?" So actually I did, but it was a fascinating, just so much sorrow, so much joy, so much spirituality. It was just all over the place. But that's how our life is, right? We start on this straight line. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be like this. This is going to happen. And life always, it doesn't want you to be boring. You're not boring. It's always going to shift you around. It's always going to say, "Whoa, you're not just that. You're more than those Christmas lights in your yard." It really forces you to grow and be more and experience. You ladies are in Kansas City. I can barely believe it. These two wild Miami women they're in Kansas City, but they're football fans now. I told you it's tough going to that Midwest stuff. So the point is, it's really bizarre to see how life is going to shift you. So Holly stayed in the hospital. Everybody kind of came and went to take care of her son, and her husband was still working on the reservation. And so we go along, and she and I are talking a lot now, and it's so beautiful. All this competition and comparison wasn't even present. And on November 29th, 1998, my brother-in-law called me, and he said, "Heidi, this is really weird." I'm like, nothing's weird about this story anymore, right? And he said, "Eliza's going to be born today. She's going to be born on your 40th birthday." And I went, life is fantastic. What the Hanukkah, right? Really? And he said, yeah, so I want you to pray for Holly's well-being and the baby well-being, and maybe you want to call that tarot card reader, I don't know. But it's going to happen today. And so Eliza Nell Van Dyke was born on November 29th, 1998. She was in an incubator for a month. She was 2 pounds, 2 ounces. She was in an incubator for, my brother said, don't tell Holly, but she looks kind of like E.T. Anyway, so she was in an incubator for a month. She has grown into the most just strong, vibrant, tremendous person. She grew up on the Indian reservation, so she's so insightful and just a lovely, lovely human being. And here's a picture of Eliza and me. We were there in Colorado doing something, and we just are so happy to have a birthday together. Do y'all have that photo back there, fellows? Hello. Anyway, is somebody back? Anyway, so anyway, you'll see it in a minute. But it's been such a exquisite experience how Holly and I had this connection, and Eliza's born on my birthday, and when there she is. Yeah, so. But I say all this for us, you all, to reflect in this time of so many distractions, so many obligations, so many, it should be like this or it should be like that, or my parents said we should do this, or my kids want to do that we stop for a minute, we look at our shoes, and we say, or we look at our feet, and we just allow ourselves to be present in whatever is happening. Because it's not happening to you, it's happening through you. It's happening through tarot card readers. It's happening through sisters. It's happening through babies. It's happening. And so our ability to, be with the pain and the sorrow, because it's just as interesting. And it may not be as popular, but it's just as important. And it is important also to remember this too will pass. In closing, I know that if we can live this way, and because I've been practicing it, and I feel so much more present in the moments of my life. It is a practice, it's a discipline. And you will find your relationships, your experience of being wherever you are, will be so much richer and so much deeper. And isn't that what all these holidays are about anyway? This awakening to the light within. So Dr. Chris has a song that I hadn't heard before, and Greg and I were standing out having a nice day looking at your Christmas lights, and dark, and I started saying something, and he started singing this song called "Life is a Bowl of Cherries," and then he got the YouTube because he's quick with that, and Judy Garland singing "Life is a Bowl of Cherries," and so the result of being able to be with your pain and your sorrow and your joy, and let it all be valuable, will have the result of living like life is a bowl of cherries. And the first part of this says, people are queer. Am I in the right group? Yes. And am I in the right place? They're always crowding, scrambling, and rushing about. Why don't they stop someday and address themselves this way? Why are we here? Where are we going? It's time we found out we're not here to stay. We're on a short holiday. And the last line of this is now my favorite. The sweet things in life to you were just loaned. So how can you lose what you never owned? Yeah? So happy and merry everything. Enjoy the sorrow, enjoy the pain, and let it cultivate that is deeper in you. And that's what the holiday's about. And so it is. Woo! Yeah.
Feels like a family reunion here, doesn't it? And this is a spiritual community, and people, their paths take them in different directions. They move to other cities. They have other opportunities. They find other spiritual communities. But there is always a place in this spiritual community for you here to return to. So know that to be true. And the reason why is because of your participation and also sharing of your prosperity. So we thank you for your financial support to keep this spiritual community growing and thriving and being here to be returned to by people who spend a time away. So we thank you for that. A special thanks goes to our TPL, or the Prosperous Life members, who are committed to giving a specific dollar amount every month that comes from their credit card or their bank account so that we can count on being here for you. Thank you, TPL members. You are very dear to us, and their names are listed on the screen as we honor them. We've made it very easy for you to give. The ushers will be coming down the aisle. You can give via the CSL app or our website, cslftl.org. If you're online, hit the donate button. The Prosperous Life members can place their TPL card in the offering basket. First-time visitors, this is on us today, so we're just grateful that you're here as our guest. If you'd like to learn more about the Prosperous Life and participating in that, please go to guest services in the lobby after the service or see me afterward, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you again for your continued financial support. We truly do appreciate you. Ushers, please proceed.
Candles from left to right.
Here we go. This song is in celebration of Hanukkah to our Hanukkah celebrating friends and family here at CSL.
Our favorite time of year is here, the festival of lights. We celebrate our victory, we celebrate our rights. But first you take a single candle and start it with a spark. Then you pass it all around the world, bring the light into the dark. Tonight we light the Hanukkah candles from left to right. Tonight we light the Hanukkah candles from left to right. From the left to the right, see the candles burning bright. From the east to the west, use each one to light the rest. All around the world, people gather on the stage. A miracle has happened, so we light the candle and say, tonight we light the Hanukkah candles from left to right. Tonight we light the Hanukkah candles from left to right. Tonight we light the Hanukkah candles from left to right. Tonight we light the Hanukkah candles from left to right.
Happy Hanukkah, CSL. This is our time that we take out of every service, and hopefully you take this time out of your day every day to close your eyes and be still. If it is true that all good resides within, like the seed, everything it's going to be resides within that seed, then it makes sense to stop looking outward and look inward.
is all around me. God is all around me.
On the outside of life, things may not be as you picture them on the inside. All of your dreams and desires and hopes and wishes may not be coming true. Everything that you thought was going to happen sometimes just doesn't. And at this point, you're faced with a choice. Do you live in the past? Do you regret what didn't happen, what didn't work out? Do you mourn the loss? And yes, take time for that. Yes, acknowledge the hurt. Be sad. But then remember this. Your greatest day is always ahead of you. The greatest good in a universe that is expanding exponentially is always ahead. Your deepest and richest love has yet to be experienced. The joy that you had as a child is minuscule compared to what is available to you now. Everything is ahead of you because of what's in you right here. What is in you right here is the power that created the universe and the unconditional love that knows no error. And it is from that which lives inside of us where we gain our strength and our love and our courage to keep going. So let's take a moment and be still and silent in its presence as us. Be still and know. If you just stop for a minute, if you just stop thinking about what's coming next or what has been, if you can be present here now, you will find total and complete peace. Because with you in truth, right here and right now, all is well. All is well. And so it is.
Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day.
Welcome back into the room. Something powerful happens when you as an individual have an idea in mind of the way you want to live, or something you want to demonstrate in your life, or some great joy you want to ignite. And when you set that intention and you plant it like a seed in the soil, it grows. And that's what prayer really is. We believe in the power of prayer here. And if you came here today with an issue that you are confronted with that's challenging you, if you are experiencing the sorrow that we talked about before, please see one of our licensed spiritual practitioners. They've been training for years and are licensed after many, many years of study. They'll be joining us here on stage afterwards at the end of the service and remain up here in front just for your support. Prayer is also available on the CSL app if you've downloaded that, or on the prayer line at 954-990-5625, which has changed every 24 hours. So if you're just like, I really need a good thought here, just call that number. We, of course, are a multi-generational organization and community. That's why we have children and a youth center. And, of course, every year at this time, we have a wonderful youth bake sale, which takes place next Sunday, December 17th. So prepare to scoop up all the goodies then. There's so much going on here at CSL for the holidays. The holiday concert for this wonderful gentleman right over here is this Friday. This Friday is the holiday concert. Come one, come all, bring a friend, tell a friend, show up. There's no cost to you. It's just our opportunity to celebrate. You've heard me talk about my Thailand and Cambodia trip for a long time now. Today is the last day to register. And if you are still interested in going, you can find out information at guest services today. You might have passed by the Xmas tree, our holiday tree that's in the lobby, and those ornaments that are on it are the organization that we're supporting this year at Kids in Distress. And so if you picked up one of those ornaments and you went and bought a gift for one of the children at our community partner Kids in Distress, please bring it in by this Friday. So if you came to the concert, you can bring it right there. I started something that I initiated at CSL Kansas City probably 20 years ago, and it's called the Great Giveaway. And the Great Giveaway will take place always the Saturday before Christmas, and it will take place Saturday, December 23rd at 10 a.m. if you want to show up here. It's an opportunity for you to share in someone else's good, sort of anonymously, or maybe even not. What we do is we gather here with money. So you bring a certain sum of money that you want to give away. And we talk about where we're going to go and what we're going to do. There's usually 10, 15, sometimes 20 people that show up on a Saturday morning. And we take money out, and some people take it and give it to the homeless. Some people take it they drive through Starbucks and pay for the 15 people behind them. Some people go to grocery stores and pay for the people in line. It's whatever you want to do. It's just a golden opportunity for you to participate in someone else's good. It's called the Great Giveaway, so join me here. I'll be hosting it December 23rd. Of course, we have our Christmas candle lighting service. December 24th is a Sunday, so we'll have a Sunday morning service, and of course, a Sunday evening service, candlelight service, and I will be doing that as well. And after all the holidays are over, you have to start thinking about your new year. And so we have a video that's going to help you here. Check this out. And we have a video here that's going It's forthcoming, I promise. There it is.
Hey everyone, it's Rev Skip, and I am so excited to be returning back to CSL to do our very first Zen Pike retreat. This retreat is called the Manifestation Retreat, Catch Your Vision for 2024. You know, manifestation is not about getting things. We get a lot of things and we're still not happy because we're not living out our purpose. This retreat is all about finding your purpose and becoming who you were meant to be. You know, during this time, we're going to empower you to catch your vision for the next stage of your life. We want to give you direction, and we want to give you clarity about your true nature. So we're going to do guided meditations. We're going to be journaling together. We're going to do a yoga session. And of course, we're going to be doing a sound bath for healing. So if you're coming in on January 6th from 10 to 4, we want you to dress comfortably so that you can have the freedom to move and really get in touch with your body. Bring your yoga mat and bring your desire to transform. This is going to be an all-day event, and it's a great place to be to start off your new year. The price is $149, but we're going to feed you and we're going to love you. Remember, I need you to sign up today. Come and catch your vision for 2024. Namaste, y'all.
Awesome. Good way to start the new year. So we close with our closing affirmation and prayer. Would you take yours out and look at it? Because it says the same thing mine does. Let's say it aloud together. Sorrow cuts a deep well in my heart that joy will rush to fill. Let's know this together. There is a light coming into the world. It is the light of spirit. It is empowered to change, uplift, and transform everyone's life on this planet. There is a peace that existed here on this planet before we arrived and brought conflict. There is a joy in everyone's heart that waits to be experienced and expressed. There is a life, a perfect life that lives through each individual's body that simply waits upon its recognition to experience wholeness and health. God is all around. Love is all around. Joy is all around. Open your heart and your mind to it. Let your life be lived well again. This truth is established in our minds and in our hearts, and we are blessed again and thankful. And so it is. I want to thank Reverend Heidi for being here again. Thank you very much. And thank you all for being here, and see you online again next Sunday if you're online. And we're going to start by singing our closing song. Are you ready? Let's do it.
This is my wish for the world, that peace will find its way to every boy and girl. This is the time for harmony. Let love be the song, and everybody sings. Fill the air with joyful noise, ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine, 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 shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah. Peace on earth. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Peace on earth. Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine. Shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth.
We love you, Maylene.
Happy Sunday. Have a
Happy
wonderful week.
Sunday.